problems and get my fingers out of the way. But yeah, I know nobody's actually watching at the moment. But there was something I wanted to try to do. How do I do it? Nope, I don't want to mute the microphone. What is this? Oh, I can add effects? Can I add bubbles? Oh my god. That's crazy. Ooh, and I can make it a dance party! But there's no music. That is some neat stuff. Can I see the live chat? Yeah, how do I... Okay, clicked the button, but how do I see the chat? I don't understand. If anybody knows how to fix this problem, that would be great. So I guess until then, I can't really see comments. Where do I go to? Come on. I know there's not any, but I still want to see them when they get here. Flip it? Nope. It doesn't like it when I flip it. So what do I do then? What the hell do I do? I wonder if... Can you see that every time I do this? Take the screen. Okay, so there's the TV. If you saw the test video earlier, don't judge me because my house was dirty. Okay, it happens sometimes. I guess the live chat is if I had a second device. But man, I don't have internet, so I don't have a way to see it. That makes me sad. Hang on, is it in this thing? No, let's make it like a dream. We're on drugs. Nah, it's okay. I don't see what's different in Beam. Where's the thing that does... Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, no, we're back to normal now. They don't give me any options. How am I supposed to see your comments, guys, if this won't let me see them? Or it had to reconnect. So I don't understand what's going on here. I'm like looking at my face the whole time. Let's watch some TV. I'm sure that'll work out great. Let's see, what other channel do I want to switch between? I got it on 9, which would be CBS's coverage. Do we want to go 25 or do we want to go... Oh, that's awesome. We'll watch Big Bang Theory till 7 o'clock when the polls close. Hey, somebody joined in. Welcome, and I'm sorry, but I can't see comments because I can't seem to figure out... my finger got in the way. I can't figure out how to view the comments while doing this on my phone, and I don't have a second device that can connect to the internet. So you're here in spirit, but I can't see you. It's like a ghost. I'll go back to viewing this. No, I'll quit switching between cameras. Basically, what this is we're just going to keep going until we see the results for the midterms, and I'll react to them, and that's it. Until then, I guess I'll just keep talking. That sounds fantastic, I know. But I don't know. I was going to answer questions, but I could not figure out how to see them. And I've only got 5 minutes till 7, which is when the polls close here, and most of the news stations should start showing stuff. It should get a little bit more interesting then. But I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try to click this button. Yeah, see, it says I can see them, but I don't see them. And then I tried to flip my camera earlier, and it locked it. So if you've got an idea, please share that so I could try to figure it out? But I don't think I could see it either because if I switch off of here, then we're not live anymore. See, it doesn't work out. So I'm gonna flip it back to. Come on, push the key. There we go. Right now, I just kind of got it on CBS, which it's hard to see, sort of. Because there's nothing on. I guess I could go back to the Big Bang Theory. That'd be great. I like that show. Huh. This somehow got blurrier. Did I touch the camera? Should I touch the camera again to fix it? I don't know what I should do. Huh. While this is going, I'm going to keep trying to figure out how to see the comments. Also, I'm going to wipe this off a bit. Did that fix it? Man, that is still blurry. Is the front one blurry? It's not blurry. No. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on with my phone. It is doing some funky stuff. Well, see, now it looks like it's fine. All I had to do was flip the camera, and it fixed it. Alright. Well, let's see what else I can mess with here. There's all the filters. Why would it have an option for filters, but then not give me an option for messages? I wonder if this is going to look freaky if I click it. Oh, that just went awesome. Now, Big Bang Theory went from a comedy to a horror. There, I'll fix that. You know, I probably, now that I think about it, I can pull down my notifications. I could probably see comments if they show up there. But that's not exactly the point of what I was trying to get to. How much time do we got till 7? Like 7 minutes. It's 7ception. And again, I apologize if this ends up being boring, because this could go on for hours. So, you know, if you got to take a break, leave, come back, just come back. I don't know if I've seen this episode. I'll be honest with you. I missed a lot of the new ones, but I don't think I've seen this. Let's see. Did they start showing anything over here? Nope. Okay. As long as we're not missing anything, then we should be fine. So this is Fox, and I feel like they would start at the same time anybody else would start. And it went blurry again. Is it because I... Hold on, let me back the camera up. Is that because I turned the channel and I didn't like it, so it made it blurry? Because that's weird stuff. I don't know, let's flip it back. See, and then it's fine again. But it only went blurry when I turned the channel. It's weird. If I go quiet, it's not because I'm sleeping or anything. I'm probably just taking a drink from this awesome turkey cup. Don't judge me. I mean, it could be worse. I could have Christmas stuff everywhere in November. That would just be wrong. Isn't that right, Pikachu? Wouldn't that just be wrong to have Christmas stuff up? Can't really see him. He's tiny. He's up in the corner. Up there. You want to say hi to the camera, Pikachu? Or are you napping? It's not your napping stance. What are you doing? Huh. I guess we'll figure that out later. Let's see, what is the time? What's the time? It's time to get ill. I'm sorry, I won't sing anymore. I swore to the world I would never do that. Well, I got some time here. You can actually do a live stream of my house. There's a couch over there. There's the movie shelf with some games and stuff at the bottom. There is the movie poster for the first theatrically released movie. Actually, I guess technically it was the first film I've ever worked on. America. America. And this is over, so we're gonna flip it back. And I just recently added this piece to the collection. Hold on. The Gosnell poster, which is still in some theaters, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's not a bad movie. I'm not gonna say that it's like great or anything, because I don't say anything in it. Unless, of course, you hate my voice, in which case that's probably the best movie you're gonna see all year. But all jokes aside, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Actually, I was gonna leave it on CBS and watch their coverage, but if I leave it here on Fox 25, there's this chance, and it's a small chance, we could possibly see my commercial. And that would be even better. Throw in a live reaction to my commercial being on TV. It'd mostly just be like high pitched squeals, but it might be entertaining to somebody. That looks refreshing. Bubbly. Actually, now that I think about it, this whole thing could be kind of interesting because the commercials you're going to see here, some of those are Oklahoma commercials. If you're not from Oklahoma, that'd be like the only time you'd really get to see them. Some of them are all right. And I don't think Discount Tire is. I think they're in most places in America. Oh, I lost my viewer. Well, I guess 15 minutes is all you could handle. But that's fine. Oh my gosh, the finger is in the way. Well, now that I don't care if anybody's entertained or not, we'll come back to me. Um, actually, this probably should have been the opposite way. I probably should have had it here when nobody was actually watching. That's what I'm going to do. When someone shows up, I'll just switch it back to me. Election night! Oh, cool. Shep Smith. I actually started liking that guy's news coverage recently. Oh. Wow, that one actually is close. That last one was like, oh, it was nowhere near. He had like double the votes. Can you see that? Let's see if I can get close. We're gonna do the whole thing from the floor. Better when I get down here. Look at that. Oh, well, that's disappointing. So just regularly scheduled programs? Oh, all right, here we go. I guess we're gonna watch Nora O'Donnell. I can't see the. Here, hold on. There's a compromise here. I know it. All right, here we go. Now I can see it. Let's see. That's Ohio, but I'm not in Ohio. Indiana. I mean, way to go, Republicans. Steets. She said Steets. And oh, it's such a close race, too. Only a few seat difference. Oh, I guess Virginia's already figured it out. Georgia. Oprah didn't help. Wait, no, Oprah went down to Florida. She was looking for a soul. I know I said I wasn't going to sing it anymore, but that's funny. You can't just tell me that's not. You crush my spirits. Vermont. Ugh. And if I make an sound, it's not because Republicans are ahead or anything. It's like it looks bad for the other person, but it's like Kentucky. Look at that. That is real freaking close. I guess Virginia has that still figured out. Democrat seems to have won. Ohio. It's still kind of close. I mean, it's anybody's game. I don't remember which states were the swing ones. I feel like Missouri was in that. West Virginia. And Ohio governor. Huh. Senate races. Oh, we didn't have a Senate race. Huh. Okay. Well. Senator Tim Kaine seems to have won the Senate. I guess that's what that check mark means, right? Isn't that what that means? I don't know. Huh? That's still that same Georgia one where it's like, ugh. Like you have half of his score. South Carolina. It's race. Vermont. Ugh. Ay, 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 ay. Kentucky, pretty close. I mean, that's off by 5,000 people. Virginia House. There's a check mark there. Somebody win? I don't know. I don't think I actually understand how this works. We're at like 60% battery life, so I may have to like charge this for a while. Like we may take a break. Not now, because like we just got to what I wanted to get to. And to anybody that's just kind of peeking through here, stick around. It might get interesting. You never know. You never know. Except I do. And Pikachu might know. He thinks I'm boring. Ow. And I'm sitting too far away from my drink. Just gonna shift over a bit. Yeah, I see that it's difficult to see. Oh, look, somebody joined us back. Welcome, traveler. Stick around. Watch some election results. Drink your Pepsi from a turkey. Okay. So they're still just kind of flashing up the same like 5 states. Oklahoma hasn't been there, but when you look at the clock, if you could see that, it's only 10 past 7. It's 10 past 7. Meaning that the polls had only just closed for us. So it's probably going to be like another hour before any numbers even start to come in for Oklahoma. But there are many other states. So if you guys see a state you like, give it a thumbs up. That way I know where you might be from. Because I can't see the comments. I tried and I tried and nothing happened. I'm guessing they expect me to have 2 devices connected to the internet. And the problem is, I don't have internet service at home, just on my phone. So I can only get this one device to work. And when it doesn't let me pull up like a small box to the side that shows the comments, it makes this very difficult. But it's fine. You can just listen to my commentary uninterrupted all night. It'll be a hoot and a holler. Hoot, holler. And it looks like Georgia's still, which it's weird because they showed where it was split, but just now at the bottom it said it was like 36-63 or something, and that is a huge difference compared to 51-47%. Which, I mean, I'm rooting for her. I am, because, it seems like she really needs it. But I'm in Oklahoma, so that race really doesn't affect me. I don't plan on living in Georgia in the next few years. Um, Actually, I really don't plan on leaving Oklahoma for the next few years. Let's see, I got like, we're almost to 2 years in this house, so 5 more years of paying for this place before I don't have to pay anything on it. So obviously, I'm gonna be here for 5 more years. I mean, unless some big life thing happens, that would be great. Make it interesting, at least. Oh, where are they at? I wasn't paying attention. Tallahassee, Florida. I've been to Florida once. It's a little muggy, but it wasn't bad. I really just went to Disney. Whoa! The ceiling just broke its water. It's like pregnant. I've never seen that happen on live TV. That was great. Go back to that. This guy's got a bored face. Let's see. They're popping up more stuff here. Vermont seems to be really towards the Republican side. Oh, they already figured out that she had won. I wonder how that. I guess that was just every ballot, and they've already gone through them. But you would think that if they figured out that one in Florida, then all of them in Florida should be figured out, shouldn't they? I'm going to switch hands. This hand's falling asleep. There's a lot of this that confuses me. I don't know about you guys, but at least while they're trying to figure this stuff out, when it's figured out, it makes sense. But when they like start giving checks to people, that's Indiana's not a good example of that. But oh no, the Virginia one there, yeah, Tim Kaine. He's got a check by his name. I guess that means he won, but they like don't have the rest of Vermont figured out. Bernie Sanders has a check. I guess he won to stay in the Senate. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did just fake Virginia's. They are pretty far over. I mean, they've been they would have been counting votes at least an hour now, hour and 15 minutes. So, yeah, I guess they could have had that figured out. Virginia is not a huge state. Oh, now we're back to nobody watching. Well, I suppose while we're not being viewed. And I promise, guys, I'm eventually going to switch it back. We're still some of the beginning of this. There's going to be like this big slow period, and we'll flip flop. Let's see, do I have any? Nope, no notifications. So, Wexton seems to have won. It seems like a lot of Virginia's wins were for Democrats. In my personal opinion, I think that's a good thing. But to other people, that's probably a bad thing. See, Georgia's showing back up 64% for that Kemp guy and 35% for Stacey. It ain't looking good down in Georgia. Oh, you know what? I realized my reference was to the wrong place. Earlier, the Oprah Winfrey and the devil went down to Georgia because it was Georgia and I said Florida. Oops. Let's see. Bob Menendez is in the lead. See, how did they figure that one out? Senator Bob Casey over the other guy, and they both had 0%. That's why I don't get any of this. How they say who won and who didn't won. Did the other guy just drop out, so they're like, well, might as well not count the votes? Ugh, I'm dying here. I'm going to try to save my voice a little bit by not talking continuously for 2 to 3 hours. We'll see what happens. What does the battery look like? Good Lord, we're at 53%. I probably need to charge it. Okay, so I'm going to grab an extension cord, if I can find one. This one looks good. Just gotta unplug the TV. Uh-oh. Sorry. Yeah. And video players. There. Okay. Now what did I do? Oh, it's over here. Great. Now we figure out where to plug this bad boy in. Okay. So that's. Oh! I'm gonna have to sit in a different place now. But we need to stay alive, battery wise. There we go. Okay. Let's see. West Virginia, Joe Manchin. Yeah, Manchin. He had a back every time you say it. He is leaning towards the win. Don't know who he is. I don't. Um, Rick Scott has a 1% lead over Senator Bill Nelson. Oh, it's in Florida. Huh. Well, hi. I'm still here. We're gonna try to cover this as long as we can because today I'm playing news reporter. I'm kidding. I'm not reporting crap. I almost said it too. Um, uh, First woman, but then she's also Republican. Split on how I feel about that. But again, everybody has their opinion. So don't stay away because it sounds like I'm leaning towards the opposite side where you're at. Remember, you're here because you likes to see me. Or you're probably high and just trying to find something to watch. I haven't figured out which. Because nobody's actually here. A little guy has zero. Um, I guess I'm gonna flip this and we're gonna go back to just watching the coverage. Where's the flip the camera? This I think has the best view as far as it's really clear, it's nice and clean, very big compared to what it could be. I think this is going to be one of my longest videos thanks to live stream um, and we're still at 52%. This isn't like putting it back up, but it's not exactly dropping my battery charge. Now, I'm not going to judge from this one if I'm going to do future live streams. I will try a couple that are actually going to be interesting and not go on for hours while we wait for results to show up. But uh, from that, I'll determine if you guys actually want to see live streams or not. And it'll not just be based on who could watch it at that time, but also based on who shows up to watch it later, how many views they get, how many likes they get, how many comments they get. As I'm still trying to figure out how to put content on my channel. It's very difficult to know, and all the creative ideas that I get are not always possible to do. Like, I've had a lot of really good ideas for videos. I've also had some really bad ones. But I just don't have the manpower or uh, the props, the funds, the time to do a lot of these things. But um, these live streams might help with that a little bit. Just to where I can set them up and do like discussions or something, and just always have one set for the same time the following week. And if something happens, then I can cancel it in advance and let you guys know what happened later or before. Um, but it would keep content. It'll keep things for you guys to watch. While I also try to come up with things like the Sushi Striker video that nobody watched, or the uh, Tide Pod Jigsaw video, which actually, surprisingly, a decent amount of people watched, and anything in between. Um, but it was definitely obvious that the Let's Plays, the Let's Play tabletops, not many people were watching those at the end, and I don't know if it's because I stopped or if it was because I was inconsistent with them. It's hard to say, but I don't think those are going to come back. A lot of those got flagged for copyright uh, because of really dumb reasons. Like they would say the music was the reason it was copyrighted, and it's like, you're not seeing that it's gameplay, like Nintendo gameplay, and you're gonna tell me it's a music. Because if I took off the music and it would take off the sound and the commentary, which would defeat the point, and then you would be left with the actual real copyright material of the video, and that wouldn't be okay. I think eventually they would flag it because that would be all that would be left to see. So, yeah, that's a thing. I don't want to be careful on that rooftop. Ooh, snooty faces. I guess I'm missing the point of this commercial. What are we advertising? What? You know, I used to never think that guy was funny, but I've been watching his stuff recently, and I gotta say, I judged that guy pretty hard before. And we got somebody back. Ugh. Oh, cool, look at that. I can actually see the comments. Thank you for commenting, Wolfie Tiger. You've actually helped me figure out that problem. Because, yeah, I could not figure out how to get those comments to show up. But now I see they're just going to pop up on the screen, and that is terrific. Oh, let's see, who's currently winning. See, there's another one I don't understand. 0%, yet they said she won. How does that work? How do you win with 0% and 0 votes? Oh, I'm sorry, this is like really big. Oh, yeah. And I don't know that it's necessarily a YouTube thing. I've never done live streams on my phone before, and I don't know what I'm doing kind of thing. And I think they had the whole setup for using a separate device to see comments, like your computer, tablet, whatever. And like I've said a couple times already, I don't have internet service at my house. I can't afford it. I thought maybe I could get revenue from YouTube videos to pay for internet, and that didn't work out either. So really the only thing I have next to the internet is... Oh, holy poop. Sorry, I got way distracted there. This is the race that I'm looking for. And that is super split right down the middle. Like, yeah, technically he's ahead by a couple hundred votes, but huh. Yeah, that's not true. That's very much not true. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they've actually figured out all of the results. I was trying to see and make sure But yeah, um, it's oh, it's close. Look at that. Look, 100 people difference between Kevin Stitt and Drew Edmondson. And I can't say that I necessarily wanted to vote for Edmondson, but between the two, I'd go with that guy over Stitt. I would go for anything over Stitt. Like it could have been a dried up dog turd someone found in a park, and I still would vote for that over Kevin Stitt. He's just an awful human being. But obviously, it's going to be hard to see if I get what I want this time or not. Maybe I'll have to move. Wonder what states are looking good right now. If they go back to the other results, I could find out. Kidding. Yeah, okay, so it kind of bumped up a little bit, but still, it's like neck and neck, and he's barely ahead of that. Um, hopefully, though, hopefully that changes real soon and it flips it, because that would be great. I would be ecstatic with that. Oh, I've been missing the questions. State question 801. Man, everybody's voting no on these questions, and that was the most important part. Um, well, I mean, not all of them. A couple of them were kind of dumb. One of those questions was for eye care, and oh, okay, yeah, I will. I'll try to get to that in the next day or two. I've been busy, really busy, because life gets in the way of things sometimes. Between that and the computer still being a piece of crap, it makes it difficult. But I think while my family is out on vacation and I'm stuck here, I might go over to I might go over to my parents' house and see if I can get those lines done. I'm not making promises, but I'll definitely try. Uh, yeah, but yeah, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, I could probably squeeze them in Wednesday or Thursday because I don't think I've got anything going on. Well, I should probably do dishes, but I know myself and I'm probably not going to do dishes. So yeah, I'll get them done. We'll do that. There's the questions again. Yeah, everybody's voting no on every single question. The only one I want people to say no to, and I don't even remember what the number of the question was, it tied together the governor and lieutenant governor uh, candidates to where you'd vote for one and you'd be voting for both in the same party. I think that's an awful idea because sometimes you don't want to vote for the guy that's running for lieutenant or that's running for and that's in the same party as the guy you're voting for governor. I feel like that's a just terrible, terrible thing to combine together. Oh, let's see. They got Missouri in here now, or at least starting to show up. I know Missouri was probably with us on the fact that they ended 35. So oh look, Maryland, they Democrat won. Ben Cardin, which I guess he already had the Senate seat. So a lot of these senators seem to be keeping their seats, which I think these are the ones they predicted would keep them anyway. Let's see, Illinois is still kind of close. Maryland is kind of close. The 27th District of Florida, Donna Shalala, the former Health and Human Services Secretary, meeting Maria Salazar. New Hampshire. It's kind of a. Well, no, I guess it's only by 2,000 people, so that's not horrible. I guess in Ohio, Democrat won. Just don't get me wrong here. I'm not a registered Democrat in any means. I don't side by parties, but it seems like a lot of our problems are coming from the Republican Party right now. And I feel like we need to change it up a little bit to fix some of these problems. Maybe get the Republican Party a chance to figure out what they want and then get better candidates and put them out there. And then maybe I'll start voting that side again too. But I like to stay independent, which is why I registered as an independent, to keep my votes and my decisions as mine and not tied to any political party. So in doing this, I make decisions based on what I feel like is the right choices, based on the facts and everything I can find. So I watch a lot of things from both far left and far right news medias, and check things based on that, based on stuff in the middle. It's a weird process. The deep state that the president talks about. So talk about the rest of Virginia, if you could, here. Three others to watch there. There's the 7th District of Virginia. It's the suburbs of Richmond. Dave Pratt, who's that Republican that defeated House Majority Leader Eric Cantor a few years ago in a tough race there. The big one to watch, though, the one I'm most curious about, is the 2nd District of Virginia. Sorry, like I said, my throat's a little sore, so there are going to be times I kind of take a break, because it's not even 8 o'clock yet. This thing could go on forever. And I'm probably going to be dead tired tomorrow. That's fine. Oh, look, Mississippi. Looks like they're mostly Democrat. That seems like a terrible idea for the second. I guess that means the second seat or something. There were 2 Republicans running for the same Senate seat. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I feel dead inside, but no. Maybe. We'll see how this thing goes. If if the wrong people win, I might actually still be dead inside. Maybe even more dead. One thing we have learned tonight, according to the exit polls, 65% of those said that President Trump was a factor in their vote today. That could be a record high. The previous high was 60% who said that about Obama in 2010. So let's go now to Washington and check in with CBS News Chief White House correspondent Major Garrett. Major, the president wanted this to be a referendum on him, and the numbers show people did turn out to send a message either for him or against him. Yeah, the president in that respect got exactly what he wanted. Nora and the team up in New York, when President Trump looked at the political schedule... Let's see, is the battery charged any? Can I go back to... Oh, look, it went up by 2%. That is fantastic. I want to do rally after rally after rally, 30 in the last 2 months alone, to make this race a referendum on himself. Why? Because the president believes, and there's lots of data to back him up on this, that his relationship with his supporters is deeply personal. And if he didn't go on the campaign trail and tell them... I have a problem believing that, but, so, the president has made this a referendum that may help in some key Senate states, It may hurt in some House races.
One interesting piece of data provided to the White House this afternoon, about 4 o'clock. Steve Stivers, by no means a household name, but he's the head of the National Republican Congressional Committee in charge.
Switch hands here. Man, this one's blurry again. Do I need to switch it? It's not blurry here. Kind of sexy over here. Oh, I mean, right. Yeah, people are watching this thing. Switch it. Cool. Alright, so we're back on this. I can switch off of there. There's nothing really interesting going on, and that guy kind of looks boring. So, yeah, a lot of these races seem to be kind of split down the middle. And I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting it to be really red looking. Almost like it's just still there. But no, I'm sure this will be fine. Maybe. Expecting intensity, yeah. The more of the intensity is going to come whenever they start having a lot more winners, especially in the middle of the country. Because I know you said you're not in America. Right around where Oklahoma is, right, the center, it's usually I would like to see people voting blue, voting Democrat, trying to keep the term simple, blue and red. It's more fun than the boring words of Republican, liberal, conservative. I feel like an awful person saying all of these. But no, we'll go red and blue and yellow. Yep, yellow and red. We'll vote Pikachu. That can't happen. No. He would just hiss and scream continuously. He wouldn't get anything done. He doesn't get anything done now. Actually, you know what? I got enough battery power. We're gonna check in on Pikachu. Let me switch the camera in a second. Yep, wrong button. There. Okay. Okay, Pikachu. You want to say hi to everybody in YouTube land? Or are you going to show them your butt? Hey, don't pout. You know you can say hi. You getting camera shy? There you go. You going to say something? Earlier you were trying to say you were a pretty bird. Yep, cockatiel. That's why he's got that face that looks like a Pikachu. And that's where his name came from. Yep. Getting interested? You want to come over here and say hi? Yeah, again, it wasn't really... he wasn't my choice. I kind of inherited him, sorta, but nobody had to die in order for me to get this inheritance. He was my mom's bird, and then her and my dad were getting a new house. The landlord said absolutely no pets, so he had to go. So instead of having him go off to who knows where, I went ahead and took him. Even though he doesn't like people, and he doesn't like me, he didn't like my mom after 10 plus years. I should probably see where that pattern's going. No, we kind of had a... Yeah, landlords suck. Fortunately, I don't have one for this place. Because it's a rent-to-own thing, so technically it's my house. I just have to finish paying for it, which is great. Yeah. Oh, look, we got 2 people watching. I feel like I'm really achieving something here. Woo! Now we've got a political party. Oh, I'm kidding. That's yeah. We'll come back to this. Yeah, I know. I'm sexy, but yeah. As far as what's going on with the midterms, not much. Everything's still split. Well, most everything. Some places like Virginia, looks like Connecticut has a few winners. A lot of Democrats, but that's almost to be expected because of the fact that it's on that side of the country. As it moves west, um, it'll start to turn a little bit more red. We want it to stay blue. That'd be great if it could stay blue, just once. But I got this feeling like I'm gonna get disappointed. I'm gonna yell and cuss at the TV. It'll be a good time for everybody but me. So we'll find that out later. Um, but yeah, to keep this thing interesting, if you guys have any questions other than when are you gonna get lines done, because eventually. Other questions, though, I would be happy to answer. You know, whatever you want to know. I'll answer pretty much anything. So if you want to take that as a personal challenge to try to find something I won't, go ahead. I'll still read it. I probably won't answer it, but I'll read it. Feral Pride progress. I'll tell you this. I haven't seen a script in almost a year, so I I don't have that answer. Um, I wish I did, but I don't get to be involved in that. All I know is what the scripts tell me when I get them. And again, I haven't gotten one in a long time. But she said she was taking a break, so it should come back. Hopefully, it'll come back, because that's usually how I stay on track with things like recording lines. Is every 2 to 4 months I would have to record lines for that, and it would already get me in the studio, and so then I would record other things while I was at it. But yeah, I know it's disappointing, because it was just getting good. I gotta say, some of those first episodes were lacking in story, which, I mean, I thought I was predicting things most of the time, and a lot of times I was right. But then she's kind of gone off from that, so I no longer know what the show's doing. Really could use a script. I'm feeling that itch again. I should have done that in the voice. Sorry. I'm feeling that itch again. Withdraws. That's what I was going for. Not what Kilo was actually hinting at. Just withdraws from not working on that show. Yeah. I guess while we're on it, I could just kind of. Yeah. Yep, I miss him too. That was a fun one. Of course, that was also before I had a good microphone. I was, let's see, the first 3 episodes I recorded off of the microphone in the camera that was mounted inside my computer. And that's why all of those sound like crap. And then episode 4, I think I tried something that I had that was like a microphone. Didn't really work out. But then by that last flashback of Kilo, I had actually went on Amazon, bought a microphone, and that's why everything now sounds like it's gotten a lot better, except the videos I do with my phone, because I can't plug in that microphone. If it wasn't in the back room, I'd get it and show you guys, but It's all the way back there, and I've got the lights off. It's all creepy and dark. Yeah, that dark hallway over there. Yeah, I might have ghosts. Sometimes I hear noises from like the ceiling, and I gotta be honest, it gets real creepy, especially at night. All the lights are turned off, and then there's footsteps, and I'm not walking. And they're too big to be Pikachu's. Actually, this was from a few weeks ago. He wasn't even here. So, oh, what is that? Oh, there's still nothing happening. But yeah, no, I don't know. I doubt I have real ghost. I think I just have. Maybe it's a possum. Some babies. Uh, I know. Halloween ended like a week ago. Yeah. No, I gotta say, if I was really gonna talk about a haunted house, the house that my parents are still currently in, because I haven't moved into the new house, the one that I pretty much grew up in, that house was haunted. There was a lady in white that would walk around, and it was creepy. One night she talked to me. She told me to burn things. Every once in a while, I get that urge to light a match or start the stove with nothing on it. Watch it burn. Kidding. Uh, I know that's not funny. Yeah. I was talking about Feral Pride. Should I go back to that? I've done other stuff, you know. It's not the only thing I have ever done. It just seems to be the most popular thing I've ever done, which is weird. It was actually the first thing I recorded for YouTube. I was kind of looking through casting calls, thinking, man, this isn't going to lead to anything. I'm probably wasting my time. These are all going to be dumb. Not saying anything about people on YouTube, but when you really go looking through casting calls, there are some dumb ones out there. Um, and usually those don't turn into anything. But yeah, the first show I auditioned for was Feral Pride. Um, and I didn't. It might surprise you, but I didn't actually audition for Kilo. I auditioned for Hinto, and I nearly had him. But then I guess his name is escaping me right now. That one guy. We'll go with that. I guess he had auditioned, and she liked his better, but she still really liked my audition. Oh, Warlock, yeah, there, yeah. See, I knew I would remember it if somebody typed it up and put it in front of me. Yeah, Warlock. I think his real name is like Anthony or something. I don't know. It started with an A. Uh, but yeah, so he got that, and so she had suggested that I try for Kilo, and at the time she knew after a few episodes he was dead. He was just going to be gone. So she said, you know, you can try for this guy. Uh, he's not going to last very long, but there might be other opportunities later, which is what led to me also voicing Eric. Um, because the kid that voiced him, he stopped responding to messages, I guess, and just didn't send in lines. So he got cut out of, I want to say it was episode 5. The last one there where they were first fighting Lofa. Lufa? Luffy? Monkey D. Luffy. When they were fighting Monkey D. Luffy to be king of the pirates, that's when Eric stop being a kid, because that kid never responded. He never came back. Um, yeah, I said Lofa. I was joking. Um, but yeah, uh, so Eric didn't actually get any lines in that episode, even though he was supposed to have a few. I couldn't make my voice that high. I tried. It didn't happen. So then that's when we had that time skip. I don't think there was originally supposed to be that big of a time skip, but she had to age Eric enough at the highest pitch that I could get to voice him, which is why he has three stages of voices. A young, almost British sounding kid, and then he loses his British accent, and then he becomes a man, a big, strong man. Because the first picture I seen of him as adult Eric, it looked weird, but he looked like super buffed up. I was like, oh my gosh, Eric is going Super Saiyan in the next episode. And so I thought maybe I'd get to scream for a while and raise my power level up over 9,000. Not sure why you're here, Matt. The curtains have been here since I moved in. You've been in this house since I had curtains. So I don't know why there's confusion. Do what? I don't know what you mean. I don't. Oh, I guess that's Wolfie Tiger, and anyway, Matt, that's not funny. She's actually not from America, and Matt is my brother. Just so you know. Now we get it. We understand. It's all good. And I just noticed there's 4 people watching this thing. That is a record. It's pretty great. I'd go back to the TV, but they're just showing a commercial for Young Sheldon, so oh, I said something and people left. That's messed up. That's real messed up. I think they seen that Matt joined and they're like, "Nope, we're not here for you. You're the untalented sibling in that family." So, yeah. And back to this. Yeah. Fun stuff going on over here. We don't use that kind of language here. There are kids watching. Maybe. I don't know. People left. This better be. They better flip that already. Stitt better be losing. Oh no, that's not how this is supposed to go at all. It's bad stuff. Bad Oklahoma. Bad. Of course, I guess that was an important one too, but I didn't get to vote on those people, so.
Yeah, you got something very important. The voting is very preliminary right now, 1.10% reporting, and still showing that Kendra Horn is beating Congressman Steve Russell by just a hair at this point. Now, Steve Russell is a well-known incumbent. Kendra Horn is a relative unknown, but she and her campaign and
No. I won't do that. It's hard to hold the phone and play a game at the same time. I mean, I guess I could try Rhythm Heaven, but then everyone would know I don't have rhythm.
we're expecting him to come through the doors any minute now here in this Bricktown party. Let's go up to Steve Shaw right now. He's covering Kendra Horn's campaign. Oklahoma City, where Kendra Horn supporters have gathered, and within the next hour, her get here between 8 and 9 o'clock. Hopefully, she'll be able to address folks that are showing up. They're cautiously optimistic. She's got quite a task. She's going for a seat that's been held by a Republic since I was in fifth grade, 1975. That's what she's up against. But she believes her progressive ideas, making healthcare more accessible, helping students who are saddled with the monstrous student debt, progressive things. And she says it's time to get the boys thing out in Washington D.C. as far as representation.
All these are things you could have asked at any point.
In Washington is what she's.
You can just text this to me.
Steve, thank you. We're also watching very closely state questions. There are 5 state questions that voters voted on today. Let's take a look at one of them. State question 793. This would allow big box retailers to have.
Oh, good. It's actually winning. That's the one I was trying to talk about earlier that I really need to pass because I could use some new glasses and I can't afford eye care. I kind of figured that one was just gonna win overall. It seemed like a lot of Republicans also supported that one, so that's good. I guess this one wasn't as important. Also, Matt, that's not true. I had viewers before you were here, and I will have viewers when you are gone. Let me grab that remote real quick. I may see if Fox is showing anything. Because, like I said before, Fox 25 could always show my commercial. We're hoping for that. Oh. Nope, it's still The Gifted. I would watch this if I had actually started. Oh yeah, these commercials are. I threw it in the trash. That's where it is. I took it apart and I burned it to stay warm. That's your mom too, stupid.
Become a cyber warrior. Learn more at getstarted@rose.com/cyber. Get your yard ready with Exmark and Lee's Lawn Equipment. Legendary durability and a quality cut second to none. No matter your lawn needs, and Exmark will stand the test of time. Exmark.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the peanut gallery for a while. So anyone else, if you've got questions, feel free to ask them while we're waiting for good results. Recently. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be great, but one of those puppies should have been named Eric or Kilo. That would have been better, because I don't voice Tasker. But I appreciate the Feral Pride reference. Just wrong characters. I guess you could have went with Hindo. I voiced him once, which a lot of people never really noticed. That's how good I am. So good you never know I fill in for people. They're all beige. It doesn't matter. You just give them that name anyway. They could still be as cool as my characters. They'd have a great name, so they'd have a good start. Though I don't think Dasker really wasn't beige. He was more like black. I might be thinking wrong. I haven't, like I said, I haven't even seen a script in a year, so I don't know. You can leave at any time, Matt, because you're not helping.
We have, and then in Arizona, that race still a toss up at this hour as the polls have just closed in that state. But Arizona will send its first woman
Yep.
to the United States Senate in that race.
Yes, we can always check back in on Pikachu. I know he's more entertaining than I am.
Right now, here
Let's do that.
CBS. CBS
Oh.
projects that Democrats have lost Senate seat, but Republicans have picked up a seat in the New State
Say hi, Pikachu.
is the winner in the state of
You're just gonna you're gonna ignore me. Say something. You got the spotlight. You can say anything right now. You know you want to say something for the people. Oh, well, I mean, if you gotta, that's fine. People can always, okay. Well, if that's the case, then we're down to one person, so Matt, feel free to leave at any time. Yeah, you can leave at any time.
and how much of an effect did Donald Trump have, as you pointed out, Bill, he was just there recently. Well, he did make a big difference. He did, and remember that Indiana is one of the largest manufacturing bases in the country. The only Democrat who really in a presidential race been able to pick up Indiana was Barack Obama in 2008, which was a stunner. And that's really because he picked up so many votes in the Chicago suburbs. He turned out suburban women in which he called the donut around Indianapolis. And what we see tonight is that Joe Donnelly was unable to do that. That the Trump voters did turn out for Mike Ron in that state.
Obviously, that's not true. There are now three.
Republicans, they better be feeling
So,
that race. Donnelly, they called him a Hoosier through
you're
and through.
Beck.
No
I love that band.
congressman there. I mean, he's a
Or are you talking the fictitious band from the anime Mongolian Chop Squad, which was also really good? Let's see. Can I fix it by doing this? Nope, it didn't fix it. I may have to flip it back.
we should talk to Nancy Corson and Ed O'Keefe about that because I know you're both talking to your sources tonight who are saying the Democrats
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Is English too hard?
we lost Indiana. What's next? They really are, Nora, because Joe Donnelly was not one of the Democrats that they thought was most vulnerable tonight. They think Heidi Heitkamp, Edith Thurman McCaskill are more vulnerable than he
Oh,
is.
okay. So you're trying to.
One thing that we're seeing in this race and the
Nah,
other result
probably
that's so
not.
fascinating is that his
I
first
know Kyle's cousin in South Park does that.
made
I'm
plays
big.
so
Is that what you were going for?
all of these red
Because
state
that would have been
Democrats had to make
great.
a very difficult decision on an issue that completely galvanized not just Congress but the country for a full
Oh,
week of months.
that
They
works too.
voted to support Brett Kavanaugh despite some of the sexual assault allegations that came out against him during his nomination process. Well, Donnelly decided after a lot of
Yeah,
reflection
I'm pretty sure I could probably block you, Matt, if you're going to be mean to people.
a area where he really broke with the majority in his state. And take a look at our exit polling. We asked people whether they thought that his Kavanaugh vote was important to them. 50% of them said yes. Of them, 55% of those voters went for Braun, not for Donnelly. So this is an indication
Okay, well, then again, if you're talking to me, then that's your mom too, stupid. Then yeah, heck off.
most concerned about. Donnelly is one. Nelson in Florida is another. McCaskill in Missouri. Tester in Montana, and Heitkamp in North Dakota. If Donnelly goes down because he voted against Kavanaugh in a state that is increasingly Republican, that votes only for McCaskill tonight and Heitkamp to other states that have grown even more Republican in recent years. This is a sign that Kavanaugh may indeed have had an effect, at least in these Senate races, as the president has gone across the country over the last 6 weeks talking about it. Well, we spent a lot of time in Missouri, and rumors select, at least when we were there visiting, on people's attitudes towards both Josh Hawley and Claire McCaskill. And quickly, want to ask you about Florida as well, because with 96% of the vote in right now, it appears the Rick Scott, Republican.
I already answered that question. I feel like I shouldn't have to answer it again.
What are you making of what you're
It is up in the sky in smoke form.
Republicans there today who said that they've seen pretty healthy
Because, After 2 years, if you haven't gotten your stuff out, I'm pretty sure by law that's mine. And there's a nice shed full of stuff outside. I could sell it or keep it or burn it to stay warm. Did those guys switch places? It can't be because it's on fire. And if you want to keep being mean about stuff, I could be mean to you, and you could just you can you can go away. That's not true. There's a signed legal document that says otherwise, and you still need to get all that out to your non-existent home. I guess she won. Is that a governor race? No, Senate race. Oh, this is an interesting option. There we go. You're in timeout now. So, yeah, we're done. Yeah, it should go back to being good for everybody that matters. So, yeah, well, if you knew all the things he's done, you would understand why things aren't nice between me and him. So, I don't care. But anyway, this is not about him. This is about midterms and stuff. Things may be more interesting than midterms. So, yeah. Um, Sorry. I know this is probably going to get really boring. Um, I guess they just announced a winner. I can always flip this back, I suppose. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, if you. Something I've always wanted. Oh. Well, I will try to keep it interesting for an hour. So you're not wasting all of your free time um, just watching me ramble on, or not even talk, and just watching boring TV. So yeah, um, I guess I can go back to talking about Feral Pride. I'm trying to think if I had any more interesting stories, but man, I don't know. I mean, I'd see. I talked about how I got it, and I talked about the switch over to Eric. There was nothing really interesting about that episode where I voiced the sheep. Uh, she said there was some extra stuff. I was like, hey, I'd like to try something different, and I voiced it one time, and that was where that ended. Of course, I'm not the only person in the series that has voiced more than one character. Um, Devin Black, who was also at one point going by Voices and Rants, the guy that voices Dasker voiced the baby squirrel. I don't remember the name of the baby squirrel. And I know that's bad. I should, but I don't. Um, Tipper sounds right. Yeah, you're right. It probably was that. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't know that anybody else has voiced other people. I know there have been some people who have switched voice actors. Vishuni, I think, has changed a couple of times, and um, man, I'm not good with names today. The lioness. Um, I want to say Simba or Nala or something else. Lion King. Uh, did it start with an N? I don't know. Suspria. There was no end in that. Yeah, Suspria. Uh, I believe she had changed at least once. Yeah, no, good for you. You've gotten every name so far. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't think there was any other interesting tales of the feral pride. At least on my end. I'm sure the other voice actors have had uh, their own neat experiences with it. I know we used to, I say we used to, we did like two live streams every so many episodes. We'd get together and do a Q&A, and unfortunately she took all of those off. There was some good stuff in those, but man, those are gone. I mean, it'd be great if we could get together and do that again. But now I think the cast has grown to too many people. Booted from the computer. Oh, okay. We'll wait. We don't got much else to do. We'll hang out. That looked like somebody's mom. Instead of just, yeah, we'll just go back to this. Look at that. He won West Virginia. Oh, maybe we didn't want him in. He voted Kavanaugh. Oh no, you didn't miss it. I just switched it back because eventually somebody might try to watch through this whole thing, and just long periods of time uh, would would be boring. Also, I don't remember where I was at. What was I talking about? Oh, the live streams. Yeah, um, it would be great to do that again, but um, there's too many people. Uh, too too little time, I think, to really get everybody together and try to get something accomplished in the amount of time that everybody would have. Especially because I think now there are voice actors from all parts of the world, sorta. I mean, I don't know that for sure. I know some of us were from Canada, some of us were from America. I think maybe we got some British guys now. Um, so it makes it really difficult to try to do a live stream and get everybody, and it's hard to also tell who would be important to be in a live stream to answer questions and things. Um,
You might take something for your heart or joints, but do you take something for your brain? With an ingredient originally
yep.
discovered in jellyfish, Prevagen has been shown in clinical trials to improve short-term memory,
Oh,
healthier brain,
I
and
could talk
better
about one of the other things I've done. You know any of those?
even a huge drag.
Because I don't think there's anything else that involves wolves. I mean, that would. Let's see, the YouTube stuff. There's Ice Rift Freya's Dark Revelation. Oh, Renegades. Yeah, there we go. Um, that one's more recent, and I only made it into 2 episodes. Dog God. I mean, I wouldn't refer to myself that way, but I'll take the compliment. I'll be a dog god today. uh, yeah, what did I was Richard in that one. I remember because I was Donald ducking it the whole time, hoodie and no pants. And unlike Donald Duck, she drew in those yeah, yeah. I guess that gives people something to fantasize about. But that one, I don't know. I felt like I was being lazy with the voice, but at the same time, that's what she was. What? Are you saying I'm autistically babbling? Because that's not cool. That's what gets people timeouts over here. And I have the power. As you said, I am the dog god, so I'm not. I won't do that. Um, now I got a bunch of stuff popping up on my screen. What are they talking about? Oh. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Richard didn't really do that. He just didn't say anything, which was kind of me in high school. So I kind of related to him as a character and as a person being the same thing. Um, I wore hoodies a lot too, so I guess there was a lot of similarities uh, between Richard and me in high school. Kind of the same person, except I didn't run off with any women. You kind of have to find one that's willing to run off with you, and I didn't do that. So sad face. Sorry, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, there's not. There really isn't anything going on. She's just kind of talking in front of a group that you feel like should be doing something, but they're not. So, um, yeah, I'm trying to think. When did I start on Renegades? I feel like it was within the last year. Yep, it was the beginning of the year because she kept a good uh, schedule, kind of like the creator of Feral Pride, where it was maybe a few months and you'd see a new episode. Um, some people don't get episodes out for years at a time, and it's really hard to stay invested in a show when there's that big of a gap. I don't know. He could be that other person. He still, I still have him blocked because I don't want to deal with that. So. I don't even know how I could turn it back off. Is there... I can scroll back through the messages. Let's see... I guess I'll No, that was trying to put him back in. How do I undo that? Huh. Maybe he's not in it anymore. I can't see what that is. Oh, sleeping faces. Okay. I guess he figured out that he's not in timeout anymore. But with comments like that, he might go back. We'll see how things go. Sorry, I had an itch on my knee. Again, this is a lot of time to fill. So I'm going to have to plan this out better next time I decide to do a surprise live stream. This was thought out in the last hour of work. I was like, maybe I could try to do that and see what happens. Not a great idea. No, I need both hands to play Switch. I cannot do that here. But you know, thinking about it, that would be a better idea for those Let's Plays. I could try to bring those back, I guess, as live streams. And just play it continuously. I wouldn't be limited to 5 minutes. But I can't do that now. No, I haven't. Because I can. That's why I'm doing this. It wasn't for you to show up and talk to people. Yeah, there you go. Because Election Day. It's special and important.
We are your stop for local election coverage. Oklahoma should know by tonight who our next governor will be. We're starting to get a look at the numbers, too. We certainly are. Almost two-thirds of the precincts have been counted right now.
That's not how that's supposed to go.
55%. Democrat Drew Evans with 41% right now. Chris Powell, Libertarian with 3%.
It's a good thing I didn't support Chris Powell, because, man, he didn't stand a chance. Man, this... Why is that so bright? Try that again. There. Sorta. Yeah, maybe that's advice you should probably have taken about a year ago. Man, I don't know why that's getting blurry every time. Everything is blurry. I wonder if it's because I have my camera just going continuously. Where's a not bright place? There's a dark corner. edge it over if I get closer. And maybe if I also do this. Will that fix it? No? Huh. I guess we'll just come back here. Unless... There. I just need to switch places. Oh, except I'm only at 21%, so I should probably put this back on the charger.
It is worth noting that two networks have already called
Just block that again.
And they are saying that Kevin was next governor. Of course, we're watching the numbers very closely. And we'll control of the U.S. House of Representatives has become a big issue.
I sure hope he's not the next governor. We don't need that. Oh, come on. No. Hopefully she stays in the lead. I need some good news. Some real good news. Oh, and whoever liked that, thanks. Here's a real thumbs up for your figurative thumbs up. Oh, lady. Oh. Yeah. That's the first time I've seen a Bob Hurley commercial. Makes me want to make one for Prestige RV so I could just, make myself the spokesperson. It'd probably be real easy. All I have to do is make the commercial look fantastic, and then... No, I don't. Well, I guess technically I have one, but it's not a phone camera charger or stand. Camera charger. No, it's just a regular camera. I think they call it a monopod. Unlike a tripod, it has just the one stand, so you have to hold this thing because it won't stay up if you don't. Yeah, I gotta hold this the whole time. Yay! Oh, but look, we're back to campaign 2018. Where we're gonna get disappointed again by Oklahoma results. Yeah, both ways. Governor and lieutenant governor are getting their butts kicked.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an election night without something like this. In Florida, here's the thing.
Oh, not Joy Hoffmeister. Come on. I thought we learned something. I know Treasurer, the Independent didn't stand a chance because it was vote a party or vote independent, but come on. That means everything I voted for was wasted. Every one of those R's that show up in the top spot at the bottom right now, that means another vote that I wasted. Oh, okay, so 793 is 50-50, which it doesn't need to be. That was the stuff that was going to get me new places. I guess we're just a bunch of no's in Oklahoma. I don't think we even understand what the questions are. It's just like, if it's a question, No, like, because I'm going to answer no because I don't want to answer the question. It's like, that's not what that means, guys. Come on, just a couple of yeses. Just a little bit of the blue. That's all I need. Give me something to work on.
That's key because what's still outstanding are some areas around Houston that we're watching carefully. A couple of counties where we think, I think there could be still 900,000 votes still to count. So we're going to watch that carefully. No projection here yet. There's one district we've watched very carefully in.
You see, the only. Oh, she got passed too, so that's awful.
It's where George H.W. Bush, the president, lives now. John Culberson has held that seat for a while.
Oh wow, Texas. Texas is looking a little blue. That could always help. I know us in Oklahoma seem to not understand how to be helpful to people, but I mean, come on.
Want to try to make gains. I still expect this is a long night here before we get the rest of this counted. But it's a lead for the Democrats. But there are a lot of districts across, like the Houston, the Texas 7th. Well, exactly. Some of the more affluent suburbs throughout the country, and we're watching them from New Jersey all California as we get later into the night. What we're going to do is look for those patterns, like you just saw, and see if that can tell us where this house.
If you're just tuning in, things are looking bleak. They're looking real bleak here.
All right, Jeff and Anthony, thank you so much. And looking at this at 9:30 at night, the Democrats had hoped.
Back, Matt, but if you're gonna keep trying to mess up this live stream, then I'm just going to put you in timeout again.
We could hold some seats in the Senate, and it looks like they're having a difficult early night. Well, that's right. They were looking for those robust canary line, the ones that really looked like they were reaching into Trump territory, and that has yet to happen. They have picked up the easy seats.
Yep, looking real bleak with all those no's. But just to be real specific, the 793, question 793, was the one I needed a yes on. And thanks to selfish people, I will never get my glasses. Because I can't afford eye care. I don't get it through work. And
it is so interesting, such a red state as Texas, and so much focus on the Beto Cruz race. I spent time with both nominees.
All we want to win is not red. No Republicans. Not this time. I don't usually go that way, but in this election, it doesn't. We don't need it. Speaking of Turd Ferguson, look, Ted Cruz. Yeah, look at that. Another split issue.
You have a lot of voters coming out on immigration in this state. We also have Anthony Mason, who's been pouring into these exit polls. And Anthony, tell us what you've learned. We want to look at a shift in the electorate here, Nora, an interesting shift over 4 years ago. First, let's go back 4 years ago to 2014, when you'll see the breakup of the electorate here. It was 75% white, 12% black, 8% Hispanic.
Okay, I think I'm done upsetting myself. I just can't look at it no more.
It's 4 points higher, 12%. If this holds, this will be the highest percentage.
Hold on, I didn't read that one.
Voters. So how are they voting? Well, they're voting 69% Democratic. That's interesting because it's up 7 points from 4 years ago. So they're a bigger part of the electorate, and they're going stronger for Democrats. Nora Gale. All right, Anthony, really interesting. That really kicked off this discussion. Leslie Sanchez joins us now, CBS News contributor as well. I know you've been involved and talked to many people in this.
Okay, we'll see you on the next live stream. And yeah, if my computer's still crap, you can eat it all that you want to. I won't stop you, because it probably deserves it.
You're talking about a state that's very red. It was about 1994, the last time the Democrats ever won statewide office, was when Republicans figured out if they could get 30 to 40%
Well, I think
of the Hispanic vote, they could win down.
it's going to be a while, so we're going to take a break as soon as I figure out how to do that. Unless somebody else jumps in, we're gonna break for a while.
They are. Well, they're Mexican Americans. So you're talking about area that used to be Mexico, according to some people. And how it's moved back and forth. So there's a very different sentiment than
I don't know how to stop it.
Even in Arizona or Nevada, anywhere along the U.S.-Mexico border. So this is a state that is fundamentally conservative.
Probably like this.
And both candidates have appealed.
Okay.